Things are going heavy duty this week on the Team Shop Builders Log as we do some proper engineering for a change. Hello and welcome to episode 10 of the Team Shop Builders Log. This week, as you can see, I'm not in my shed. I'm back in Gravesend at Team Shop HQ as we're trying to get our new heavyweight Afterchop up and running. We said we weren't going to call it that, but the name is starting to stick a little bit. And this week, we're going to try and get the axe mechanism in place. We've had a few deliveries, so we've got some big sprockets like these ones here. These are going to fit on the final stage of the gear reduction, and then we're going to try and get the rest of the mechanism in as well. So the first thing we need to do is get some templates made, because we need a few Hardox pieces to go into the chassis, and to do that, we're going to use our laser cutter. Let's have a look at how we get on with that. And there we go, first part laser cut, and that's hopefully going to be a working template that we can try on the robot. Let's give it a go. Right then, here we go. Let's see if the laser cut template that we've just made fits. So it's designed to go that way around in the chassis, and that seems to be pretty good. Everything lines up as we expect. Obviously the holes on this template are a little bit bigger, as they're designed for the plasma cutter to get in and leave a little bit of a edge there so that we can plasma cut onto it. But that's looking really, really good. While I've been doing that, it sounds like my dad's been busy. So if we just pop through into here, there we go. He is currently doing some machining on the lathe, boring out one of the sprockets that's going to go on the weapon system. So that's all looking really good. We'll have another update in a minute. And here we go. These are the laser cut templates for the Hardox parts that we're going to plasma cut in just a minute. So this is going to be the main attachment point for the axe onto the weapon arm. So that's going to fit down here. We need two of these made from Hardox. And then we've got two more support plates. These fit either side of the main bulkheads, and that's going to retain not only the main weapon axle, but also the intermediate shaft as well. So now we've got these ready to go. We're going to go outside with the plasma cutter and start making these out of Hardox. Right then, we've got the templates fitted to the piece of Hardox, we've got the plasma cutter up and running, so let's have a go at getting this first one cut. So for a first go, I don't think that's too bad. So there's the laser cut template on the top, and there's what we've got. So we've already got the mounting holes fitted to here, and you know, I think we did, especially down that bottom side with that curve. I think we've done a pretty good job with the plasma cutter. So next stage is going to be get this one cleaned up with the angle grinder, and we'll get another one of these made so that we've got one for each side of the robot. So there we go, that's that first piece all cleaned up with the angle grinder, ready for a little test fit in the robot to see if it actually works. And then if that does, we'll get another one of these made, and then we can start getting all the welding and pieces done on both of these plates so that we can fit both parts of the weapon system into the chassis. So we have had a really productive day. Let's have a look at some of the progress that we've made. The first big job we've done is we've bored out some of the sprockets that are part of the axe mechanism. So we've got this one that goes onto the weapon motor, and this one goes on the intermediate stage. We've then got the actual intermediate stage shaft. That has been made as well. That's a piece of 25mm steel. We've then got the end plates. So these are the ones I plasma cut from Hardox earlier. They go either side of the whole weapon assembly and sandwich that in place. We've also got the main weapon sprocket. So this is the final output one. So a big 1/2" sprocket, which has been bored out to fit the 50mm weapon axle, which has also been cut and inside the machine there. But the bit I'm really pleased with is the weapon arm. Still only loosely bolted together for the moment, but those Hardox plates that I plasma cut earlier have been finished off, and we've tidied up the holes a little bit, and we've attached them onto the aluminium arm. Now this hasn't been cut down to size yet, so it is a little bit long, but it is looking fantastic. The next stage for us is to get the chassis outside, and we're going to start welding some of these pieces in, and we'll see where we go from there. Right then, so as you can see, it's getting dark, so we've had a bit of a long day, but here's where we've got up to with the robot. It's looking absolutely fantastic. Of the arm, and as you can see, it's still a little bit too long at the moment. So we've got the full length of the aluminium arm on. We've got the sprocket drilled out as well, loosely fitted, and I think it's going to be welding up tomorrow at this rate because we're losing the light here, but we are looking really, really good. How about that? Okay, so it's the following morning, and our first job of the day is to take our Hardox axe heads, and we're going to cut some slots into these so that we can bolt them onto the axe arm. And there we go, those are the finished slots. So now what we need to do, drill some holes on the axe arm, and then we can bolt this on. So our next job is to cut down our weapon arm, because currently it's far too big. We're actually going to chop it in half so that we can make a complete second spare arm, because you never know when you're going to need it. So let's get this chopped down, and then we can start bolting on the axe head and get this fitted to the robot. And there we go, one ready-made axe arm chopped down to size, ready for an axe head to be fitted. And very importantly, we have a spare one as well, because you never know what's going to happen inside the arena. It's always good to carry some spare parts. So the next job, let's get the axe head fitted onto this one, and then we can start fitting this onto the robot. Okay, all the pieces are now machined, ready to start welding as part of the weapon assembly. So I'm going to pass this bit over to my dad and let him get welding. Okay then, so we've got the weapon assembly welded up, we've got the axe head fitted, and it is looking pretty fantastic. We're going to get a nice reach out the front of the robot. So this is with the shorter arm, only 40 centimeters long on the aluminium part, but that should be plenty of reach, both front and back, to get a decent swing. And as you can see, we've got one of the Hardox axe heads fitted. What we are going to do, we haven't slotted it yet, but we're going to put another one on the other side of the arm as well, so that we've got two working together. So you're going to get twice as many puncture marks for each hit. It's looking fantastic though. The next stage is to try and get the intermediate drive in for this, and hopefully we can get a mechanism sorted today. Okay, so the next part is in. So we've got the bearing retainers fitted to both sides, and they go onto these Hardox plates that we plasma cut yesterday. And yeah, that's looking really, really nice. So what we should now be able to do is start fitting the sprockets onto this shaft, and then we're not far away from having a mechanism. So this is where we're going to leave the robot after this weekend, and I think we've done a pretty good job. So we've got the main parts of the mechanism made, the axe arm is fitted, just bolted in temporarily for now with a few wing nuts just to make sure it all fits. We've got the main sprocket welded on, and the intermediate shaft is being welded at the moment, and then that's most of the mechanism complete. Going forward, I think for next time we're going to start getting some chains in just to see how everything goes, and then we can start on the rest of it, like the drive and the wiring, and then making up the other panels as well. So a lot to look forward to, but hopefully we're going to make it in time for its debut at Extreme Robots in Brentwood, and that's in May. If you like what you see here, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so that you never miss an episode of the Team Shock Builders Log. That's all for this week, and we'll see you next time.